Is Vancouver really livable? This is the full truth that no one talks about. Everyone wants to move to Vancouver, but here's the truth most people won't tell you. Yes, it's gorgeous. Yes, it's clean, but affordability, nightlife, job market, that's where things get a little complicated. So let's go and dive in. Vancouver is a coastal, mountain frame stunner. It's hard to find another major city where you can go from a boardroom meeting to a sunset paddleboard session in under 1 hour. But it's also incredibly multicultural. Over half the city's population identifies as a visible minority. You'll find neighborhoods where Cantonese, Punjabi, or Farsi is more common than English. And the food, well, you can find world-class sushi, vegan, Ethiopian, and handmade dumplings within the same block. Now, the downside most people whisper about, the nightlife. If you're coming from Toronto, Montreal, or New York, you'll find Vancouver's after-hours scene a tad tame. That said, there are cozy cocktail bars in Gastown, laid-back lounges in Yaletown, and a few dance clubs that bring the energy on the weekend. It's not rowdy, and it doesn't pretend to be. Think more first date vibes than bachelor party chaos. And jobs and economy, here's something I hear a lot, and it's worth unpacking. People with money didn't make it here, they brought it here. And that's partly true. Vancouver has become a safe haven for global wealth. From offshore buyers to satellite families, a lot of money has come into the city and not always from local jobs. It's not unusual to walk through a downtown condo development and see 50% of the lights off, or past $10 million mansions that sit vacant for months. This has driven prices up, while wages have stayed relatively flat. The average household income, around $80,000 to $100,000 in the city. Meanwhile, the average home price is pushing $1.3 million. To be fair, Vancouver does have growing industries. Tech is growing with giants like Amazon and Shopify expanding here. Hollywood, North, Israel, film and TV bring big dollars, and green tech and clean energy are becoming massive sectors. But unless you're in a niche, high-paying role, or you're coming with capital, it's hard to earn your way in. Governments have tried to slow the speculative buying with foreign buyer taxes, empty homes taxed, and short-term rental restrictions. But truthfully, the cat's out of the bag. This may take generations to rebalance. And the cost of living, well, let's get into it. And we'll get into the numbers. Rent, $2,700 to $3,100 a month for a one bed in the city. If you're in Kitsilano or Olympic Village, that's your baseline. Burnaby or East Van, more like $2,100 to $2,400 a month. And buying condos, $750K to $900,000 depending on size and location. Townhomes, 1.1 to 1.5 and beyond. And detached homes, I mean, we're talking 1.6 to 2.5 in East Van or the West. If you're looking at Calgary or Toronto, you might be looking at cheaper homes. I know in Calgary, you're looking at $750,000 for a detached home. That you cannot find here. So that is a very big issue when it comes to Vancouver real estate. Every visitor who comes in winter hears this from locals. You've got to come back in the summer. And it's true. Summer in Vancouver is pure magic. So let's talk about the surrounding areas in that beautiful sunshine. If downtown Vancouver feels out of reach, you're not out of options. Let's talk about other cities that locals love. North Vancouver, nature lovers, this is your paradise. Fast access to Grouse, Deep Cove, and the North Shore trails. Great schools, family friendly, but expect townhomes to start around $1.2 million and detached homes to start around $1.8. Burnaby, home to Metrotown, BCIT, the SkyTrain. A condo here starts around $600,000 and there's a lot of new rise inventory. Bonus, your commute to downtown will be under 30 minutes, especially if you're taking SkyTrain. One of my most underrated places is Port Moody, surrounded by forests and right on the water, breweries, trails, and a real community feel, perfect for families or people working from home. And then Surrey, one of the fastest growing cities in Canada. It's more spread out, but it's got infrastructure, parks, and diversity. Condos here, you can still find options under $500,000 and detached homes 1.2 and up. A lot more affordable. Next up, New West and Coquitlam. Historic charm meets new development. A great balance of affordability, community, and transit connections. So, all that being said, let's talk about something important: crime and safety. No city is perfect. In Vancouver, most neighborhoods feel very safe, especially during the day, but there are issues. The downtown east side is often mentioned for its visible homelessness, drug use, and open-air mental health crises. It's heartbreaking, it's complex, it's not just a city issue, it's a community issue and a policing issue. Property crime, bike theft, break-ins, they're also something that's very common that residents deal with on a regular basis. But violent crime remains relatively low in places like Kitts, Kerrisdale, Mount Pleasant, and most suburbs. They have a strong sense of safety and community. Most people feel comfortable walking alone, even at night, in the majority of neighborhoods. So my story, I chose to stay in Vancouver because for all the challenges, the lifestyle is unmatched. I wake up to mountains, I walk to the ocean. I have clients who've moved here from all over the world, and they say the same version of the same thing. It's not cheap, but it's worth it. Whether you're upsizing from a condo to a family home or making a cross-country move, I've seen it all and helped people make it work. So here's the call to action. So could Vancouver be right for you? Maybe, but don't make that decision blind. Drop a comment. What matters to you more? City views, affordability, or community vibe? And I'll reply to every single one. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video.